Welcome, Top Agent Referral and LUMALLIE members. So this is Steve here, Steve Page, and today we're going to be doing our VP team training. The topic of today's training is going to be the comfort zone. And so the comfort zone, I've got this in a kind of a ominous font because the comfort zone is a dangerous place to be. And we're going to talk about that today, why to stay out of the comfort zone. The comfort zone will kill your calling. Okay, it will take you out of where you're supposed to be, who you're supposed to be, because you get comfortable and you get relaxed. So just like this frog in water, if you turn the heat on and it begins to boil, it's comfortable, it just gets used to that and it will die. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about a little bit. Comfort keeps you working the same job. And the trap with that is a lot of times we're not able to get ahead. We get stuck in a rut and we're not able to maximize our potential. We're not able to just reach outside of that. We're usually stuck within an income structure that isn't going to get us ahead anywhere and help us achieve our goals and our dreams. Comfort keeps us from challenge. So instead of reaching our full potential, we get comfortable just kind of sitting back and coasting. It's not fun to be stretched. It's not fun to grow, and so we like that comfort, but that comfort restricts us. People can even get comfort in misery, and I know this from a little bit of experience myself, as well as other people that I've known and I've talked to, where it's more comfortable to stick with something you know. And so even though I don't like this, even though it's technically uncomfortable, I would rather stay here than deal with the discomfort of having to get outside into something I don't know. We fear the unknown, we fear change, and so those types of things will keep us from really growing, and that's that comfort of staying with what you know. Comfort kills action. We have a tendency to just kind of stay where we're at and do what we're doing and not take action to move beyond that and get into new things. However, action is required to change your current situation. You will not go anywhere without action and to propel you onto that next level. You're never going to get to that next level. You're never going to move on to greater things. You're never going to be able to accomplish better things. You're never going to live a better life if you don't take action to get there. And the problem is there is no certainty. There is no contract that when you do take that action that you will receive what it is you're looking for, that you will get to the place you want to be. And so that's the other scary part that kind of holds us back from taking action and keeps us in that comfortable state of, well, I'll just stay right here where I know the water is. And even though the water seems to be heating up, I don't really notice it too much because I'm just going to stick here because this is what's comfortable. So this is a quote by Marianne Williamson. You may know this is actually out of her book, but it says, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. They were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we're liberated from our fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And so this is just to encourage you to get outside of that comfort zone, get out there and be who you were created to be. Don't settle for a smaller version of yourself, a lesser version of yourself. Push your limits, push to excel, push to exceed, get to that next level, because as it says here, you're not serving the world by shrinking down. Okay, and you inspire other people when you are able to take those chances, take those risks, stretch yourself, and get beyond it. So the path to the top is not comfortable. We always see these pictures of the guy on the mountain. Oh, success, woohoo, right? We always think about the top of the mountain. We give little thought to what it took to get there. However, success requires discomfort. It doesn't matter what type of success you're going after. It's going to be an uncomfortable process somewhere along the line because that discomfort is what causes the growth. So this is really what it looks like on the way up to the mountain. We get up there, we go, woohoo, we made it, great. But this is the struggle of the climb up the mountain. People will quit on their dreams, their businesses, because they experience discomfort. So I don't like doing this action, or this is very difficult, or things aren't going the way I expected them to be, or as easily as I was. I'm going to guarantee you, when you try to climb a mountain, especially this rock climbing type style, you're not always able to find that foothold or that handhold right away. Sometimes you'll slip down and you'll actually go backwards. Sometimes you'll make progress and you'll have to backtrack to find a different route. Same thing in your life, in your business. You may be trying and trying, and you may have times when things go backwards and it's uncomfortable. You may have to stretch farther than you want to, or take a leap farther than you want to, risk a little bit more than you're comfortable with to be able to get to that next level. And it's not comfortable. And so that's the thing, is in order to succeed, in order to reach your dreams and get your business and this business to grow, you're going to have to do some things that are probably uncomfortable to you. There's a say, people like abs without planks, right? Or they want the beach body without having to do the work, the fitness, the exercise. They don't want to have to get up. They don't want to have to eat that regulated diet. They don't want to have to take the actions. That's uncomfortable. I still want to eat my Twinkies and sit on my couch and not have to worry about exercising, but I still want those abs. And so that's the thing. Nothing comes for free, right? That's the world we live in. And so get out of the comfort zone. So fear is what will either keep you trapped in or deliver you from the comfort zone. It will drive you either to or out of your comfort zone. Fear of failure will drive you to comfort. If you are afraid of failing in this business, you're just going to get comfortable and you're just going to do what's comfortable, and you're not going to make the uncomfortable calls. You're not going to have those uncomfortable conversations. You're not going to get outside your comfort zone to be able to speak to people or present the business to them, because it's uncomfortable at first. You're not well skilled at it. You don't feel like you know enough. You don't feel like you speak clearly enough, or fancy enough. You don't feel like you're convincing enough, and so you just don't. And you don't take that action. That fear of failure, that fear is going to be what keeps you stuck in that comfortable, oh, well, I'll stay comfortable and shrink down and not have to worry about putting myself out there and taking any risk. Fear of a loss of dream or goal will drive you out of your comfort. So if you can take your fear and realize that I am more afraid of being stuck in this rut the rest of my life, I am more afraid of not being able to get to my goals, I'm more afraid of missing out on the life I was called to live. If you can get to that point, that will drive you out of your comfort zone and into action to achieve and maintain those goals. The fear of not making it to the top of that mountain is what drives them to continue and push through. So my question is your fear of loss of the dream, loss of the goal, greater than your fear of failure if you try for it and don't make it? Which fear is greater in your life? So let's look at some things that keep you comfortable. Familiarity keeps you trapped in comfort. And like I mentioned, I've worked in jobs for years longer than I should have because it was comfortable. I had that steady paycheck. It wasn't enough to make the ends meet that I needed. It wasn't enough to get me to the next level of my life, or to be able to invest in things for my children, for my family, or my own life. It wasn't what I needed, but it was comfortable enough because it was stable. It was consistent. Consistently bad, consistently inadequate, but it was consistent, and that was comfortable. It was uncomfortable to have to try and get out of that and try and do things unconventionally, try and risk my own time, my own life, to get out there and do things that are uncomfortable. It also meant I was comfortable with the people I was working with. What if I started working with other people that I didn't like? What if I had to do tasks that I didn't know or wasn't comfortable with? And so those were the things that trapped me in that comfort. I know what I'm supposed to do. I have these tasks that I do every single day. I have the comfort and stability of this steady job. Although it's not getting me what I want, it's at least comfortable. And so I was trapped and I was stuck there. Your habits and your routines. Okay, maybe you have a habit of morning coffee every morning, and so you go out and you get your Starbucks and you chill. Maybe you have a routine of watching movies at night before you go to bed. Maybe you have a routine of just going to the bar with your friends on the weekends. Whatever your routines are and your habits, those can also keep you trapped in your comfort zone. So instead of doing activities that are going to benefit you, that are going to better you, that are going to be income producing activities, IPA is what we like to call those. Instead of doing these IPA activities, we do our recreation activities, or we do our comfortable activities and our routines and habits that we're used to, and so those are some other things that will keep you trapped in comfort. Your family, your family can keep you trapped in comfort as well. A lot of times when we start talking to people about our business, we start telling our friends and our family about our business, um, our families often are quick to criticize. Maybe it's not the way they're used to, especially if they, are our parents, or, the older generations. They were raised in a position where you went to a corporation, you found a good company with good benefits, and they would take care of you all the day. And then, you would retire with a great pension and all of that. Those days are gone. Companies no longer value their employees like they used to. They cut benefits the first thing they can do. They give very little value to their workers, and as a result, the workers generally have very little value for the company, and they're jumping from job to job trying to find a different job to meet their needs. But your family, in the process, can be a naysayer to you trying to try a new business, try a new activity, try to get outside of the standard status quo. They may be saying, go to school, get that degree, and maybe that's good for some people, and there are some great industries out there, but this opportunity right here doesn't require that. It gives you all the training and all the access to tools and proven systems to be able to generate income in a much more affordable way, in a much faster way than going through a university degree. So your family may not understand that because they're used to the traditional way of going about supporting and supplying for your family. Your friends will hold you in comfort and keep you from your success as well. Whether that's being the same type of thing where they're naysayers against your business, they don't understand. They say, oh, well, I think you should go get a job in the steelworking business, or I think you should go be an accountant, or whatever their deal is. They may say that. They may say, you need that steady 9 to 5. Um, they may also be, oh, no, 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 don't worry about making your calls or whatever. Come out with us. Let's go hang. Let's go shopping. Let's go to the bar. Let's go, play sports. Let's go watch the game. Whatever that may be, your friends may be the ones keeping you from success with their habits and the things. And a lot of times, your friends don't want you to succeed. Secretly, they really say they want you to succeed, and they want you to succeed, but subconsciously, they don't want you to leave them behind. And so a lot of times they may be pulling back because they don't want to be left behind, and they may not feel that they can come along with you on the journey. Maybe they don't have the confidence in the business or what have you. And so a lot of times your friends can be what's holding you back and keeping you trapped in that comfortable. Your coworkers definitely. Anytime you try and reach out, coworkers oftentimes will tell you why it won't work. They'll come up with a million reasons why you're better off where you're at than trying that new thing that you've tried. This, oh, you're trying to get into real estate. Oh, in this company, it has that network marketing approach. Are you crazy? Those things are a scam. They're going to tell you all kinds of reasons why you shouldn't do this business. They don't know anything about it. They probably haven't ever taken a look at it, but they also don't want to hear that you might have found a better opportunity than what they're doing. And so a lot of times our coworkers will keep us trapped in that comfort zone as well. So my question for you is, what are you allowing to keep you comfortable and causing you to sacrifice your success? Action over discomfort. So performing actions develop um, develop and prove learning and understanding. Okay, so as you perform actions, you're going to develop your skills. You're going to develop your approach, your delivery, all of those things. You're going to develop your public speaking skills. You're going to develop your understanding of the industry. You will also prove your learning and your understanding through that. So in school, we do homework. Okay, and so the homework are the tasks. That's the action. Then we take tests to demonstrate that we've learned those tasks. And so you have to do the discomfort, the uncomfortable actions of doing homework. Nobody likes to sit in class and learn and then do homework. Nobody likes homework. I've never met a kid. Okay, sometimes I've met some kids that like homework, but most of the time we don't like the homework because that's the work, that's the task. But you have to do the homework to then be able to take the test to prove that you've learned it. In sports, we have to practice every day, every day, every day. We have to run drills and drills and drills. Drills are not fun. That's not the game. The drills are what's preparing you for it. Then we go and we compete and apply the skills that we've been taught, right? And so that's where we perform. We can't perform until we've actually done the work. You can't succeed in business until you've done the work to lead up to that. And so it's going to take, reaching out. It's going to take making contact with people. It's going to take sharing the opportunity, the service, as well as the business opportunity with people to then be able to reap the rewards of the income from helping clients and the passive income from building your team. But to get there, you've got to start with the action of telling people about your business and about your service. However, repeated action minimizes the discomfort until new levels of success demand more. So, as you start to learn, as you start to get into this business, you start to talk to people about the service you offer. Okay, it's going to become more and more natural until you get to the point where you're like, okay, well, I'm I've reached all of my circle of influence, all the people I know. Now I have to start talking to people I don't know. I have to start new conversations with people that I don't know to be able to take my business to that next level. Sharing the business with people. Okay, I've shared it with the people around me. Now I have to figure out how to start conversations with people outside of people I have relationships with to be able to take my business to that next level and reach people that I don't know yet and the people that they don't know yet, and to just really grow my business. And so you will get to a point where it's comfortable. Okay, now I know how to talk to my circle of influence. That's excellent. Now I need to be push myself out of that comfort zone into a wider audience of people I don't know yet. All right, and start making those connections. Okay, the work is usually uncomfortable. So making calls and talking about your business can be uncomfortable, right? Because we don't feel like we have it all worked out. We don't feel like we have a clear and smooth presentation. We don't feel like we have all of the answers yet. What if they ask me about things I don't know? We don't feel like we have good speaking skills or whatever. And so calls can be uncomfortable. So warm contacts, we're concerned about what they think of us, right? A lot of times these are your family, your friends, your circle of influence, coworkers, things like that. What will they think? Are they going to think I'm crazy? Are they going to, just think it's a bad idea? What are they going to think about me? Are they thinking that I'm stupid for, even trying to get into this business? Cold calls, a lot of times we have a hard time because we don't want to bother people, right? So I don't like it when solicitors call me. However, that's how business is run. And I can tell you that there's things that I have chosen to use their service or their product simply because they picked up the phone and called me. But we don't want to bother people, and we don't want to hear them tell us no. We have that fear of rejection that's built in. And so a lot of times those are things that will keep us from taking the uncomfortable action of making calls or having conversations with people. Now, I keep using calls as my example, but this could be just having conversations with people in line at the supermarket or at work or wherever. It's just making those connections and having those calls. But a lot of times, a lot of our business is done over the phone. And so that's a lot of times the um, method that I speak about. So that can be uncomfortable. And so those times it's kind of hard. But why is it uncomfortable? Top agent referral, when we talk about our service we offer, it's a great service. Why is it hard? What's the risk? Why is it uncomfortable? The top agent referral service, we help people protect their greatest asset. This is their biggest investment of their life. They want to make sure that they protect it the best they can. We help people connect with the top experts for their specific needs. It's exactly the people that they need to handle those transactions. We save them money and help them make more money on the sale of their home, protecting their interests. And so, with those three things, why is it so uncomfortable to share this great service with them? It's their greatest asset that we're helping them protect. We're connecting them with the best experts that they need, and we're helping them make and save money. Why is that uncomfortable? Why is it uncomfortable to share this LUMALLIE opportunity? It's a great business opportunity. Let's take a look at some of the benefits. We help people make additional income for their household. Most people, they aren't gonna be able to make it off of their current income, off of their current job. It's not making the ends meet, or it's not helping them achieve their goals. It's not helping them move up in the world. It's not helping them save for their kids' college. We offer them an opportunity to make money anywhere. Maybe they like to travel. Maybe they need to be a stay-at-home mom. Maybe they have an elderly person in their home, a parent or somebody that they've got to take care of. It gives them the opportunity to make money anywhere. We provide them a way to work their own schedule. So for a lot of people, they've got their 9 to 5 job and it's kind of paying the bills, but they need to earn a little bit more. This has the flexibility to do that. Or maybe they have a very active lifestyle. Maybe they like to, compete in like Tough Mudders across the nation, or maybe they like to travel around with doing sports or something, or travel around for music concerts or something. I don't know, whatever it is. This gives them the opportunity to work their own schedule. So whether it's work from anywhere, work their own schedule. They can work around whatever they need, their kids' performances, their things that they need to do. We give people an opportunity to take control over their potential earning potential. So like I mentioned earlier, I've been stuck in jobs where I was, falling behind. The cost of living was outpacing any raises that they may or may not have the budget to give me. And so I was going backwards. This gives you an opportunity to take control of your earning potential. So why is that uncomfortable? The risk of action. What's the worst that can happen if you take those actions of sharing the service with them, of sharing the business opportunity with them? Will they criticize you, give you a hard time? Possibly. You're going to get that. It doesn't matter what business you're in, what industry you're in, you're probably going to get some criticism. Will they criticize your business? Probably, right? Especially if it's different from their traditional income or their traditional method of business. They're probably going to criticize it. Will they shut you out, stop talking to you? If it's a friend, are they going to unfriend you? If they're going to stop talking to you because you shared a business opportunity with them, or if they're going to unfriend you because you shared a service that you're offering with them, then they really weren't that great of a friend to begin with. If they're your family, they're going to shut you out because you approach them with this. Chances are they're going to come back around, because usually blood is thicker than those kind of discussions. And so if they're hurt, they're offended, whatever, they're probably going to come back around. They're probably not going to shut you out forever. But once again, they should care about you and your efforts to try and better yourself and reach your goals and your dreams. And so if they shut you out, they're probably not that great of a friend to begin with. Will you ever talk to them again? So for your cold calls, for your people you meet in line at the supermarket, or wherever, if you're never going to talk to them again, what harm is it in sharing your service, your business, and the business opportunity with them? And so it's always great to approach people who are cold call, because the risk is very little. You're probably never going to talk to them again. So if you upset them and they say, never talk to me again, okay, no problem. Motivation for discomfort. So how much success do you want? How much? How great do you want to be? How much income do you want to make? What kind of lifestyle do you want to live? What kind of savings do you want to have? How much help do you want to do for people? How much giving do you want to be able to do? For nonprofit organizations, or whatever. How much success do you want? Who depends on your success? For me, I know it's very much my family, and for our lifestyle. I'm also looking at my parents, and I still have grandparents, and so they're getting elderly and so forth. And so I'd like to be able to be in a position to help them out with some of their medical costs as they get older, and caring for them. My children, I would love to be able to invest in their lives even more than I already do. And so whose success depends on yours? My wife definitely depends on mine, as well as my kids' success. My kids depend on my success, because I don't want them taking care of me when I'm older. I want to be able to have enough money stored up to where I'm able to take care of my own needs, and then also theirs potentially too. So who depends on your success? How much discomfort are you willing to endure to achieve your success? So it's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to do things that you may not like, things that are not natural to you. It's going to be uncomfortable. How important is your success to you? How much discomfort are you willing to endure to achieve that success? If you looked back and said, man, I could have put up with that a little bit longer. I could have handled a few more no's. I could have made a few more uncomfortable phone calls. I could have had a few more uncomfortable discussions with people. It was worth it for this success. Are you going to look back and say, man, I wish I would have talked to more people? Or are you going to look back and say, oh man, I wish I wouldn't have done that? My bet is you're going to wish you would have made more uncomfortable conversations. So these are your action items for the week. Identify at least 3 comforts that are keeping you from taking action. So if this is a person, a family member or a friend, I want you to identify them by name, 3 of them. Okay, if it is a Netflix addiction, identify it. If it's going out to the bar or whatever your comforts are that are keeping you from taking action, identify those by name, write them down, and that way you know this is actually what's keeping me from where I want to be. These are the things that are keeping me from taking that action. Maybe it's fear of public speaking or something. At least if you can identify it and name it, you'll be able to move beyond it. You'll be able to address it and overcome it. And so identify 3 comforts that are keeping you from taking action. Second thing I want you to do is invite X number of people to a webinar this week. A webinar this week. Now, the X is I'm going to recommend you contact 10 times as many people as you want to join your team this week. So if you want one person to join your team this week, you should talk to 10 people about your business, about joining a webinar this week. Talk to 10 people about a webinar, join a webinar this week, and you should have at least one of the 10 show up, and so then you get the one person you needed. It always takes about 10 times the effort, 10 times the action than you think it's going to. Another thing, reconnect with X number of people from your contacts. Now, this could be from your phone contacts, from your Facebook contacts, your coworkers, your school, wherever it is. I've been out of school for years. I still went back and contacted people I went to school with. So reconnect with a certain number of people, start a conversation with them, start engaging and like start investing into their life, finding out about what's going on in them, and then you can work on maybe transitioning into bringing them on as a referral partner, as a business partner, different things like that. But you got to start making that contact. So reconnect with those people. So however many people, I would recommend 10 times as many people as you want to use your service this week. So if you want 10 buyers and sellers this week, you should talk to 100 people. You should reconnect with them. How you doing? Haven't talked to you in a while. What's going on in your life, right? Send them a message, give them a call. Calls are best. Emails are next. Phone, text messages or Facebook messages are down in there too. So reconnect with or connect with at least 10 times as many people. So if you only want one person, one buyer or seller this week, talk to 10 people that you haven't talked to in a while, all right? So those are your 3 action items. So this video right here, I posted this, I shared a link to this video on the Facebook group page. I'll also share a link in the description down below. I want you to watch this video. It goes over the comfort zone and motivations about moving beyond it and why you need to push yourself out of that comfort zone. Check it out. It's about 4 minutes long, but it's very powerful, very motivational, and it talks to you about making those uncomfortable calls, having those uncomfortable conversations, and getting outside your comfort zone to be able to reach your goals and your dreams. So at this time, I would have questions and discussion. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Get back to us. We had a little bit of an attendance issue this week with the meeting, so just leave a comment in the down below, and we'll be happy to get in a discussion online here, as well as you can send me a message privately. Love to hear your thoughts and your discussion on what is about what is your comfort zone, what's holding you back. Also, be sure to follow up with your direct sponsor. Most of you, that's going to be me, but if I'm not your direct sponsor, let them know, hey, I checked out the training this week for the comfort zone. Let them know your thoughts. Also, let them know the 3 comforts that you identified that are keeping you from action. Let them know how many people, this is the accountability piece. I talked about coaching and accountability a couple weeks ago. This is the accountability piece. Go ahead and let your sponsor know how many people you're going to contact this week about joining a webinar and getting them onto that webinar. You also let them know how many people you're going to contact this week about the service you're going to offer, how many you're going to reconnect with people about, so you can start talking to them about the service you offer and start gaining those clients, those buyers, and those sellers. So all 3 of those things, make sure you take your action items, follow up with your sponsor, let them know your thoughts and feelings. And I look forward to seeing you again next week, and we'll take on another topic